Hey guys, welcome back to X-Wing Coast to Coast. I am one of your hosts for tonight. I am Andrew. Joining me tonight is Joe,
Good evening, everyone. I am Joe.
and we are gonna watch Justin face off against Gus here. I thought, you know what? Let me actually rotate the camera so it looks like it's. Oh, Joe, make sure you mute the stream. I'm getting a little bit of feedback from you. Yeah, there we go. Rotate the image so we have the right players on each side. So we've got a round two matchup of Justin versus Gus. Justin is running a pretty stereotypical Sloane swarm with Admiral Sloane on the Omicron group pilot Lambda, three of the Saber Squadron interceptors, and a TIE bomber with advanced proton torpedoes and diamond boron missiles. So, of course, Sloane, if you're not aware, she gives you passive rerolls on attack versus stressed defenders, and when you kill when a enemy kills a friendly ship at range 0 to 3, they get 2 stress tokens from Sloane. So she is a meanie. And on the other side, we have Gus playing the Rebel Alliance. Joe, do you want to go over that one?
Yes, I will go over the Rebel Alliance. So, Gus is flying a U-Wing with Saul Gerrera with 3 Cavern Angel Zealots. On each one of those Zealots, he has the S-Foils configuration, Contraband Cybernetics, and Hull Upgrade. And then on Saul Gerrera, his ability is while a damaged friendly ship at range 0 to 3 performs an attack, it may reroll 1 attack die. For it to be damaged, it does have to have a damage card. On Saul, you have the pivot wing configuration, which, when they are closed, allows you to do a 0 stop and then turn your ship either 90 degrees left or right, or turn it 180 degrees. With Saul, we have Perceptive Co-Pilot, so after you perform a focus action, you gain 1 focus token. And to go over Contraband Cybernetics, essentially what it is you get to perform an action with stressed or not, but you do have to spend the charge before you activate.
Yeah, it's that nice one-time get out of the jail free card, basically. You're going to do a red maneuver, but you still want to make sure you have mods for offense or defense. Looks like
Sorry about
Justin.
that.
Do
You were
what?
trying to talk a few seconds ago before you started introducing the lists. I started getting feedback, and I was like, "All right,
Oh, no.
this won't work." So I had to get onto my phone.
No worries. Um, yeah, we have a little bit of, yeah, we are ready to go. Let me type that really quick. We're good to go. So, they're going to go ahead and get underway. Let me start the timer on my end. And we're going to see some X-Wing action.
Yes. So, Andrew, what do you think about these two lists? Like, who do
Um,
you have the advantage starting off?
oh, they might actually set tiles first. Hold on, let me do that. I think that just from a stat line perspective, I think the extra ship on Justin's end is going to help him a lot, just getting that extra shot in. But he's going to have to play a lot more carefully with those sabers than the X-Wings will be. The X-Wings obviously have some shields, some extra hull with that hull upgrade. The sabers only have 3 hull each. So anytime they get a crit, they're taking it immediately. So
Yes.
that is those he's going to have to play pretty cagey with because they're going to have the same firepower going into them as they have. So that looks like they're setting up now. We can start the timer this time for real.
There we go.
Excellent.
Yeah. So, honestly, I think that with just if it was a pure joust, I definitely think Gus has the advantage there just because of his health and his uh, just the rebel beef will usually outlast the Imperial
Well,
aces.
that being said, but you do, yeah, that's definitely a good point. He's got that health advantage going on. The Lambda is going to be a tough target for Gus to take out, just because it will be able to reinforce. It's got all of that health. I wonder who his first target's going to be. I don't know who. I think it's if I'm Justin here, the first target is pretty obvious. Take out Saw because Saw gives those passive rerolls to a damaged defender. So take him out first, so he's not able to do that. Um, but if you're Gus, obviously you want to go for that Lambda first, but because you don't want Sloane to activate and give your ships all those stress. But with Contraband Cybernetics, even with 2 stress, they'll still be able to use that and do a red maneuver. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for one of the bigger threats like the Saber Squadrons first to try to get some of those scary shots off the board before you have to deal with that slow lumbering Lambda.
Yes, or even possibly the kind of the way it's setting up. Depending on how they fly, that bomber might be the first one that's in his arc, and that bomber's that bomber's not a weak ship at all.
No, absolutely not. Especially with those, especially with the APTs and diamond borons. I was talking to Justin earlier today, and he was talking about since Saw gives the passive mods to damage defenders, you might not see him use the diamond boron card ability, in which he spends the extra charge to make everyone roll a die to get extra damage out. What will be? I'm very interested to see what he does with those. If he just uses it as a 3-die attack at range, or if he uses it to do the bonus damage. Again, you don't really want to pass damage around because as soon as these X-Wings get 1 damage card, their attacks get a lot scarier because they get those passive mods. But that being said, the bomber with the APT can easily cripple one of these X-Wings and maybe take it out with a good crit chain. 5 dice at range 1 is very scary. It's possible when he gets the chance to use it, he'll be coordinated from the Lambda, so get that double mod going on. But we'll have to see.
So those X-Wings are already turning in, and that bomber's in a precarious situation. Now, granted, the bomber's going to be able to fire before any of the X-Wing.
That's true. It is I2, but the bomber, the same thing with the as with the interceptors. There, the bomber will be taking any crits it receives because it doesn't have any shields. So I do think that it's not in the best situation right now. But Justin is lining up those interceptors for the quick turn in next turn. So the bomber may be bait to try to get the X-Wings to overcommit, but we'll have to see for that one. He's definitely setting up those interceptors for the flank, which obviously makes sense here.
Mm-hmm.
Very much what they're intended to do.
Right now, it's a little too early to kind of start trying to say, well, I think that they'll go here. I think they'll go here. Because, you really want to start trying to talk that whenever the scrum really truly begins. But I could honestly see the X-Wings just doing a 3 bank and just getting in there as fast as they can.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then again, that's the way I play. I like for the engagement to start early and to last the entire game.
Yeah, this would be an interesting match. I think, just because again, Justin needs to be careful with how he engages with these ships, because they can go pretty quick to that focus fire. You're getting 4 3-die attack ships, and it's gonna be hard. He's gonna be hard pressed to take out one of them before they get to shoot. It's possible, but it might be tough. So we'll have to see how that works.
Especially if that Lanza can't get out there to where he can cover all of them at 0 to 3.
Yeah.
Pick the one that is not within range 3 of that Lambda, and then you're safe you're not going to be taking any stress from Sloane. And right there, yep, 3 bank.
Yeah, I imagine we're going to see that with all of the X-Wings, and maybe the U-Wing might just do a 2 forward. Oh, well, he doesn't go yet, but he is doing a 2 forward. And see Justin doing a 1 forward with the Lambda bumping.
Either a 2 forward or a 2 bank.
Yeah.
Because I think bank will fit there.
And that Lambda, he's keeping that Lambda back. I don't know if that's the best plan, though, given that, the bomb's going to be in range with all of them. That's not great. But giving the Lambda an action here would be really useful if it could have been able to, if it would have been able to reinforce or coordinate the bomber. That would have been really good. But unfortunately, that bump is going to prevent that. So.
Oh, 2 forward.
Yep. 2 forward from Saw gets that Perceptive Co-Pilot bonus. Let's see what these sabers do if they're coming in fast.
Yeah.
2 bank. I mean, the key thing here, is keeping them at range. Try to avoid taking damage early so they can stick around for longer. They've still got some powerful shots coming out of them at 3 dice. But yeah, Justin's gonna have a chance to use the Diamond Boron missiles here. He's got that target lock on the first X-wing. We'll have to see what he does, or if he uses it or not. I imagine, again, he'll probably use it just for the shot, but he might use it for the ability as well and get that extra damage in.
I mean, like, it's one of those where they all have shields.
Yeah.
It might be one of those best to use it with the very first one, and on the second one, don't use it.
Well, the thing about Diamond Boron is it costs 1 charge to fire and then 1 charge to do the bonus action. So you have to reload it in order to use it twice because it only has 3 charges.
Yeah.
But you're definitely right. If he's going to use it, he'll use it in this first engagement.
And that's
Justin,
for 2 hits.
Yeah, focuses for 2. Yeah, he's probably going to take it, I feel.
That's what I would do.
Yeah. Yep, went into red. He's going to take it on red. Gus here obviously wants to get these X-Wings down to getting those damage cards as soon as possible. Because, of course, they get their passive rolls from Saw if they do that.
Yes. And that was blue into red. He is going to spin the focus, so one of it.
And then we'll go with the Diamond Boron shot. Excuse me. Yeah, Diamond Boron shot into red. 3 dice. It'd be 3 on 2 because you don't get that range bonus with the missile.
There's the roll. That's not a very good roll.
Gonna burn that lock for sure. That's better.
Yeah, and that's on red, so if red...
That's pretty good. Red's taking a crit.
And he is spending the charge to make
okay.
everyone roll.
What is that? Is that Wounded Pilot?
Fire.
Console Fire, thank you.
That's not a good...
Yeah, with that bonus damage, I mean, that's maybe a half X-Wing already?
No, not quite yet, because of full upgrade.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
If he rolls the damage here and then rolls a Console Fire. So which one was that? Was that on red? Because that was on red.
Now yellow.
Yeah, that's first score on the board.
Yellow takes a hit.
He's using it on blue. Blue takes a hit. Yeah, this is a good... And for Saw? Saw takes a hit. That's about as good as you could hope for right there.
That's probably the best Diamond Boron missile that you could get.
Yeah, the only thing better is if you're dealing crits with other people, but... it's not bad at all. It's not bad at all. So with that, Justin is on the board, getting half of that X-Wing, 23 points. He's going to get a chance to fire back into the bomber, though. Yeah, save that focus for offense. The bomber's taking at least 1 hit.
I put in the message in the chat there, console fire.
It should be on the overlay now, too, so... Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's got to roll for console fire.
Here, let me get over there and let him know.
Yeah. Oof. Man, that's a bummer. That's some hot red dice.
Console fire, so...
Yeah.
Honestly, that Diamond Boron missile was probably the best thing that he could have done.
Yeah, if he loses this bomber here, that won't be bad either. Given how much damage the Diamond Boron did. That bomber's at 1.
with one more shot coming through.
Yeah, Justin is in the lead by 1 point, but that's going to kill confirm. Yeah.
Well, I don't know why he didn't roll the third die.
Was that range 3? Yeah, it was range
Yeah.
3. But it doesn't matter. You rolled 1 blank. At that point, it doesn't matter too much. If you would have rolled 2 evades, we would have reminded him. But, whew, not a good start for Justin. But that being said, he got, let's see, 1, 2. The bomber did 3 damage, or 4 damage with the Diamond Baron, and then 2 damage with the actual shot. So 6 dice, not bad. Oh, and the Omicron pilot is going to get a chance to shoot. And we saw Sloane's ability taking place there. Yellow now has 2 stress tokens on yellow. And
2 evade that. So red is going to survive.
Yeah, just barely.
Which is honestly it's kind of good for Gus, because now that means that Justin will have to at least put 1 shot into red.
Yeah, with the console fire, absolutely. I think it's highly likely you're going to see red go in to block those interceptors, repair that console fire, and then following turn do like a 4K contraband and get some good shots in.
Yes.
But yellow, I imagine your next target here is still going to be those interceptors, despite the Lambda being the Sloane carrier. Sloane is obviously, you're like, oh, I should kill her first. But I imagine those interceptors, just because of how weak they are, those are the next target. Take those out fast so they can't shred you. But
yeah, and with just the ability of being able to get a crit through very first go around with the interceptors, it's one of those things where you really need to consider it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I can see red doing a 3 straight, because I think a 3 straight would make a 2 straight bump.
Yeah, I think a 3 or a 4 here makes sense from red. Just going quickly and then repairing that console fire. I can see that being the case. Could also see a bank in towards Lambda if he's going to go for that next, but I don't know.
The Lambda is always the juicy target, because it's the 1 green die ship.
Wow, using contraband, red is going to go ahead and flip 4K. 2 bank out of yellow. Interesting.
Wow.
I don't know about that one, to be honest with you. And he takes the focus instead of repairing the console fire. I don't know about that one. And 1 forward for the Lambda. Maybe a target lock here or a reinforce. It's going for the reinforce. Yeah, it's possible he's taking 2 shots between blue and yellow right now, and depending on what Saw does. Saw's going to be turning towards the... turning to be horizontal, straight up and down, I guess. I guess that'd be vertically oriented, depending on how we were looking at it. But that'll give him plenty of options in terms of shots, for sure. Interceptors are likely going to bump here, but I don't know if they care that much, because they will get those passive mods thanks to Sloane onto yellow, so they could very well eat yellow up. Justin choosing to go out with red. Interesting. Yeah, you're likely going to see a 2 hard next turn to get back in the fight, but...
So, oof.
Yeah, he's going to do the range 2 into the Lambda, I think. No, he's going towards an interceptor.
Yep. He's going to go range 1.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And that yellow interceptor is in a very bad spot.
Yeah, it is. That feels bad. Oh, 2 crits coming in.
2 crits in the yellow. Weapons failure. Direct hit. So the yellow one is...
Yep. Yellow's dead. We'll get to shoot first. He's going to do the shot, so he's doing the range 1 into Saw. Weapons failure, so 1 fewer die.
Right there, that's risky, and for insult to injury.
He's gonna have to reroll that for weapons failure. He's only gonna do one. Or he's gonna have Saw. Saw's gonna reroll. It'd be nice. Yeah. There you go. Ooh, man.
And that's honestly an insult to injury right there.
That was a rough one. For anyone watching right now, what do you guys think of Justin's chances here? What does he have to do to get back in this fight? I really don't know. He's got a very uphill battle right now. He's going to go into blue, surprisingly. Probably try to strip that focus before he attacks. You get nothing.
Well, red, he bumped into red, so he couldn't take a shot into red.
Well, he could have shot yellow. Yellow had us distressed still because of that panic pilot.
Ah, yes.
Or not panic pilot. What was that from? From Sloane. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Blue is going into blue.
Yeah.
And you know, I know I've talked to Justin about this before, and that's just a risk you run with flying these Imperial aces. Is at any point in time they can pop because you can't trust green dice until you do that.
Until you get lucky. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I will say for a Sloane swarm, I'm kind of surprised we didn't see there's the popular Sloane swarm right now is the Reaper as the carrier. So it's Sloane on the generic TIE Reaper. Then I believe it is 2 interceptors and then 4 regular TIEs, Academy pilots. I could be mistaken on that. But that's a pretty good variant because it gives you all of those options in terms of it. You've got so many shots coming in. Lambda will take a hit there.
Yep. And let's see if he does the console fire for red. Nope.
Yeah. Console fire.
There we go.
No damage. Yeah. So Sloane there. Yep. Hit it, crit into red.
Big kill on red.
There he goes.
Yep.
That's good.
This has been a bloody match so far. I'll go ahead and say that much.
Is that loose stabilizer?
Yeah, but red's gone now.
Yeah, it doesn't matter too much, but just keeping track of crits for on our end.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a bloody match. You're right. I mean, you've taken out an X-wing, but the problem is you've got the other 3 ships have only lost 1 shield. Yeah, this is not looking good for Justin.
So I can see yellow popping contraband cybernetics here and doing a 4K. But
I don't know if it fits. He moves first.
No, that'd be a bad idea.
Yeah, he moves first. He could Talon.
Yeah.
You could Talon into the fight because you kind of expect that interceptor is going to be doing a too hard in. If you do a Talon right in front of the Lambda, you can block either the Lambda or the blue interceptor and get a good shot at red. But at the same time, I don't know what you do with him either. That gives you 2 stress, which means you still won't get actions next turn. I don't know. That means you're still going to get any shots on you, get the passive bonus from Sloane. Oh, so maybe Saw gets 2 stress, by the way, too. He gets those stress from Sloane because he killed the interceptor.
Yes.
Cal needs to do 2 hard right. Yeah, I don't think that's necessarily the worst thing in the world. I think maybe a 1 bank. I don't know. I don't know if the Lambda wants to commit that hard right now. I think that's the problem with it.
I think that if the Lambda were to do the 2 hard right, wouldn't be taking any shots. Yep.
Well, it's got the rear arc. It's got the rear arc. It might be able to use that if it does the 2 hard.
Right, it just wouldn't be taking any shots from any enemy ships.
Blue flips contraband. Takes focus.
Focus on stress. Now, does Saul flip contraband here and do a 0 stop?
I think if he did, he's probably not too happy because he's taking a range 1 shot from the Lambda. Looks like the one. I'm surprised the one bank fit after that, trying to go for the block. Not bad. Couldn't it just stop? It could just
Sometimes
stop, but... Oh, it's coordinating blue here. Giving blue a focus. Yeah, it looks like blue might bump. That was probably the coordinate to make sure it has a move still. Yep, Contraband out of Saw. He's going to make sure he gets those actions still. 2 focuses. I don't know if he's out. He looks like he might still be inside the Lambda's arc. It might clip him. But
let me look here.
yeah, the Interceptor is going to bump.
That's close.
Yeah.
If Saw is still in that Lambda's arc, it's because of the very corner of the base.
This might be a focus barrel roll towards that. I think if he barrel rolls towards that rock and gets a little bit ahead of it, he could probably get out of arc. Or you could see him do something more safe and barrel rolls to the bottom of the board and then boost out. Or do that entirely. That also works.
Boost barrel roll. Yep.
Yeah, and just be safe here. I think that makes sense. Yeah, you don't want to take that range 1 shot from the U-Wing. Well, the good news is you're going to have that Sloane shot from the Sloane boosted shot from the Lambda regardless of who you're shooting at. Oof, just out for Saw in blue. That's a bummer.
Yes.
He's probably going to range 1 to the Interceptor, I imagine.
Yep.
There it goes. Makes sense.
You know, these dice rolls for Gus here has been really good.
Yeah.
He just won.
Wow, 1 shot an Interceptor that had mods. Oops, that's the wrong button. Not change initiative. Ew, that's a angry Justin right there.
Yeah, so I watched Justin's last game, and this is pretty much rinse and repeat right now. He does have solid range 1. Like, Justin was able to set up a whole bunch of kill boxes, and he just couldn't roll any green dice.
Yeah. That's the thing I don't like about running Interceptor chassis. Anything like that with 3 green dice just scares me.
Yeah.
The odds of, blanking out when you need it.
That's the reason why, I like to play.
It's a good hit on Saw, though. Good hit on Saw.
Gets the reroll.
Yeah, nothing, but still, 2 hits and a crit. You're going to be happy about that. Now, we've got shields on Saw.
But now, right now, let me see what the bank are on the U-Wing.
Sure, I think
for blue.
The blue ones are the
2
1
bank.
2 banks are blue as well, right?
The 1 and 2 straights and banks are all blue, and really right now, if I were Gus here, I would do a 1 bank, 2 bank to the left.
Yeah.
To the left. Try and get out of that punishing arc of the Lambda.
Yeah, the 2 hard might be able to catch you there. You got to be careful. I think I marked the wrong Interceptor is dead. Oh, I did. Thank you. Thanks, Dan. Thank you, Danny boy. Not dead.
So yellow, red's still alive. It's the blue that's dead.
Blue is when they got eviscerated. Right. Cool. My bad. And there's the U-Wing dial. We can look at that there. Really not a bad dial. Turnarounds are a bit rough, but this is definitely the opposite game of our second game from last night, where they were dancing around each other for a long time.
Yes.
The Hawks and the Silencers. This is definitely not that.
No.
They're going all in.
Yeah, I wasn't able to get on the game to commentate with you all, but I watched.
We're going to bank out of the Interceptor, bank out of the Lambda, and it's going to do the aft reinforce. Seems good.
Boy, wouldn't you want a large Interceptor type ship?
I mean the aggressor, the scum aggressor, the IG series, not bad.
Yeah. Well, that's medium base, but it's still
True, true.
large small base.
It's a beefy 3/3, but
Ooh, that's an interesting move from Justin.
I mean you're basically guaranteeing you got to do that hard turn next turn. But we were just starting to shoot at each other by this point in the hot game. Yeah, absolutely, Spike. Not even. I don't think had even engaged until 45 minutes. So still 3 minutes to go. Just one hit. He's going to take it. Reinforce only cancels anything above one if there are 2 or more hits. So range 2 onto the X-Wing. 2 dice at the back. Still have the Sloane mods, which is going to be handy. That's a bummer. Oh, that's a little better. 1 crit. And the X-Wing will lose its shields.
So the blue X-Wing is shields down. But it still has 5 health left due to its whole upgrade.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a pretty big point differential right now. Gus has scored 110. Justin's only at 46. Although 1 damage into Saw gets you half on Saw, 2 on blue gets you half on blue, and then 3 on yellow can get you half on yellow, so.
Yep. And yellow, if it doesn't do a Talon roll to either the left or the right,
Yeah,
I don't know what he's playing at.
It depends on how fast he wants to turn around here. Saw obviously can't turn around because he can't stop. He doesn't have contraband anymore. The other one with contraband left is yellow. So you might see him. You might just see blue Saw and the yellow X-Wing here, just all kind of dip out, and do a turnaround into the next engagement. Fortunately, the Lambda doesn't have anything like the U-Wings config, and it can't quite turn around. So I do think giving it some sort of U-Wing style landing position mod, to where if it closed its wings, it could rotate 90 degrees or something, would be pretty interesting. But as of right now, the cow is a bummer. It looks like it might have a shot on blue. It's not the worst position to be in.
Yeah, but...
Well, Saul's going to too hard, and he's going to go over that rock next turn.
Yeah, I don't understand that too hard right there.
Yeah, I think
maybe he wants that damage.
That's true. He gets his ability if he gets that damage. 2 out of the interceptor makes sense. Don't want to go off the board. I think what's really interesting here is I think what I would have done where I saw in this case probably would have done a bank maneuver and then a stop next turn. Just because you figure, I'm going to need 2 turns to re-engage anyways. I don't know if going over the rock is worth it. Hey, nothing out of the X-Wing. Justin getting what he needs there on defense. Let's see if he can capitalize.
I think Justin's finally, about time.
Yeah.
But it's range 3 back to the X-Wing. And that's just
3.
angles and geometry working there. 2 hits.
1 goes through.
1 goes through. So blue X-Wing's now damaged. So maybe that's what he's doing with Saul, trying to make sure that he stays within that range 0 to 3 of that X-Wing.
Yeah, that's possible. That's definitely possible. Yellow opting for the long turnaround. I didn't mention anything about him, but I think that's the right call. But man.
Well, the only thing that I would have changed yellow, I would have done a Talon roll just because you do have contraband cybernetics.
I don't even think you need to pop it there, though, because you're not getting shot and you're not shooting at anyone. Just do the Talon roll and then do a blue next turn.
Yeah.
But, we've seen so far Gus is willing to pop these contrabands pretty early. We're not even halfway yet, and he's only got 1 left. Did he open foils? Close foils? Open foils. He closed them last turn because he boosted. I see. Yep.
And blue X-Wing slowly but surely going after that Lambda.
Clearing the stress.
I almost would have done 2 straight there. Because no matter what he did there, he was going to have that Lambda.
Yeah, you knew that Lambda was having to do it too hard, so you could have gone pretty you could have been pretty aggressive there.
No
damage from the rock.
Which he might be kicking himself for that. But then again, that put half points on Saul, and you don't want to give away 3 points.
I was gonna say, I mean, the rerolls are nice, but I mean, don't give it for free. Make him take the shot.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the Interceptor do a focus boost here just to get closer. And just really try to put that hurt into blue. But we'll see. We'll see what Justin's thinking. Definitely the focus.
Thinking the focus. I'd almost sit there, yep.
He's sitting there. Check range. I would have done a straight boost. I think the straight boost keeps you out of his arc, and I think it also gets you not giving him any bonus dice.
3 hits.
3 hits. 2 evades. That will be half on blue.
That will be half on blue. So Justin gets an extra 23 points here.
Yeah, it's not bad. Trimming that lead a little bit. Still needs 41 points to be ahead. Or 42 points, rather, to be ahead. 41 to tie. Yeah, that straight boost would have been nice right there, but I digress. Range 2 to Lambda. 3 on 1.
Oh, if he would have done 2 straight boosts, he would have gotten inside of that X-Wing's firing arc.
No, the straight boost? Well, it is kind of angled. I see what you're saying. I think he still would have shot the Lambda, though, right? Who knows?
You have to say he would have.
Yeah, that's fair.
3 against 1 with a focus and a reroll.
That's fair.
But he doesn't need the reroll.
Oof.
And the Lambda in all 3.
Shield.
So now the Lambda is halved.
Oh. Yeah. That 23 points you just got was just obliterated, unfortunately. Look at the dial of the Lambda here. Let's pull that up. Those 2 hards are... The 2 hards are red? Oh, that sucks.
Yes. Yes.
I said they were white at least.
The Lambda's dials are very, very wanting.
That's terrible. Yeah, that thing needs a config. I think that thing needs a config to let it turn around or something, because... Christ almighty, that's terrible. That's a terrible dial. But that being said, I think he might still do it 2 hard just to get back in the fight here.
Well, he can't. He's stressed. He did the 2.
Yeah, he just did. Oof. I mean, the white 3 forward, maybe? Just go over the rock?
Or possibly...
That's tough.
It's going to be a tough call for Justin.
Oh, it's one of those. Much to go.
One of those. I don't think that he will be able to take a shot, no matter what. Just with how he has to move.
Yeah.
He might just do a 1 bank to get rid of that stress.
Honestly, if he just 1 bank to go on the outside of that that rock, he's feeling pretty good right now because he's going to get a good shot onto the X-wing. But he did not. He's going to do the 1 bank, go onto the asteroid, not have a shot. Won't take a damage. He'll get lucky on that one.
The die was wanting to tip, though.
Oh, gosh. It's the one time you're like, I hope I'm not rolling hot reds.
So, it was the second game we did the other night to where barrel roll, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was the second game we were doing on Tuesday night to where he literally flew over every time he flew, he took a hit.
Yeah, against the that was the Phantoms. There was like 5 damage over rocks. That was a bummer. He's getting 3 hits on... Oh, Lambda evading. Space Cow showing that it's not that easy to hit. Still takes a damage, but not bad.
That fades.
Jared, I'm glad to see that everyone is that there's only 1 match to go going into the deadline. If we can finish that match tonight, I'll go ahead and release the next pairings, next round pairings. But Sloane reroll. Oh, 4 hits going to that X-Wing. That's what you need.
That X-Wing needs to get 2 evades to be able to survive here.
Yeah, it needs 2 paint. Nope.
He does not. All 4 going into blue, and blue's gone.
That feels good. That's what Justin needed right there. I don't know if that's... I mean, it's doable. That interceptor's pretty scary. It's a true ace right now, to where it moves last, has double repositions. Your Lambda feels pretty bad, but I almost wonder if he does like a white 2 bank or something, or like a white 3 straight, and just try to shoot Saw from behind. Because I think both Saw and the X-Wing are going into him.
You think he's going into the Lambda?
I think so. That's what I would do. Take out the Lambda, take out Sloane at this point. He's got 4 health remaining. You could probably initiative kill up a Saw, depending on if you can get close enough.
Yeah, and that interceptor, it's probably going to book it out of there.
Yeah.
So I can see a 3 bank from the yellow X-Wing, 3 bank to the left. And then 1 bank. Well, he flew 3 straight.
Yeah, I was going to say he wasn't listening to either of us, because I was thinking the same thing. Too hard for the Lambda. See what Saw's doing. If he does a 1 straight, he's feeling good. Yeah, he's feeling good.
He's feeling very good.
What's the interceptor doing? Too hard?
If the interceptor does 2 hard left...
It does.
Oh. He needs a barrel roll to the right. Try and get out of range of that X-Wing. I don't think he does.
Well, the good news is Saw's going to shoot first, which means that he won't be able to get damaged and then get bonus rerolls from the interceptor.
But he's going into Lambda.
Oof. That's a bummer. That's what Justin needed, though. That's for sure.
Yeah. What Gus needs now is not
disrespect evade.
Range 2 in the Saw.
Yeah, 1 hit to half. So I imagine we're gonna see. We'll likely see half points on Saw here. Hit crit. You spend the focus, maybe.
I would not. I would not spend it. I'd just risk it.
I think Justin's doing that math in his head right now.
Because he has a double modded shot coming at him from the X-Wing.
Yeah. Oh, the X-Wing doesn't have rerolls yet.
Yeah, the X-Wing has a target lock.
Oh, he does. Oh, yeah, that's right. I didn't see that. Yep. Direct on Saw, 2 damage. That is pretty... He could take out Saw this turn with the Lambda.
Yes, he could.
It's not bad. I think if you take out Saw and you lose the Lambda, I think you're pretty happy. Like, that's a good trade. Though he's going to need... Let's see, he's going to need at least a crit coming in. Oh, he's going to the interceptor. Yeah, double modded shot. Makes sense.
Nope, going into Lambda.
Yep.
Going to that focus.
Yeah, focus for 3. It won't kill a Lambda, though. Whew. Lambda has 2 left.
Boy, this Lambda is the most agile Lambda I've ever seen.
I know. The Lambda saw its friends die and was like, all right, I'm not going out that easy. I'm not going out without a fight here.
So, Saw, if he takes 3 hits here, he's gone.
Well, there's 2 crits. Or 1 crit and 2 hits. Oh, man. That's a dead Saw.
Wow. That's a dead Saw.
This game may have just flipped. Structural damage. Doesn't matter.
And the fact he didn't at least get 1 focus right there.
Wow, this game just did switch. That's a 31 point swing when Saw goes. So this turn there was a 62 point swing because he killed Saw and didn't lose any points. So Justin is now ahead for the first time all game, or first time since launching that Diamond Boron turn 2 or turn 3, I think. And no more rerolls. No more passive rerolls for the X-Wing. Quack.
That
Yeah.
That X has a tough bill in front of him.
The good thing with it is he still has contraband.
I think we can see it right here.
Yeah, Justin did turn that around. I agree. I had him pretty wrote off after he lost that second interceptor the way he did, but he's been getting what he needs.
Yeah. Again, it's one of those. I hate green dice.
Yeah.
I think everyone in the chat could agree with me.
Green dice are bad. The best green dice you roll are the ones you don't roll. But I don't know if we see a 4K here. Maybe we see a 4K? I don't know what the X-Wing does.
I really could see a 4K because you have both of Justin's ships dressed. So there's no turning capability on the Omicron pilot, period, besides banking.
I could do that one bank to the outside and get a rear shot at you. But, yeah, flipping contraband. 4K. Yep, there it goes. Well, I'll say this. He got the most out of those 8 points of contraband he used this turn, or this game.
Ooh.
Yeah, he banked the wrong way. That's a sad Omicron pilot there. I would jam if I were him. Jam that focus off. Just be a bother.
Because he can't reinforce because...
No, he's in both.
Did a focus.
Yeah, I would have jammed that focus off the X-Wing there. Make him roll well.
I'm starting to think this is going to be 2 left. I'll know 4 straight.
Honestly, if it comes down to a full health interceptor and then this basically full health X-Wing, it still has 6. It'll be tough, but it's doable.
Yeah, Justin's going to have to set up for the next round right here.
Yeah. That's what he's probably working on right now. Do a boost. I think you leave it there. Yeah, leave it there. You can do a 1 hard next turn.
So, Omicron right there.
Yeah, that jam wouldn't have done anything.
I'm kind of surprised that X-Wing... Does the X-Wing take 2 stress even though Sloane's technically gone now?
They do. Let's look at the card. So, Sloane, after friendly ship at range 0 to 3 defends, if it's destroyed, the attacker gains 2 stress tokens. So
well, 0
to 3 includes itself, and you resolve it before Sloane is removed from the board.
They just took the stress off.
Oh. Maybe Sloane doesn't work on itself. Honestly, Justin would be the expert here. I don't fly Sloane very often.
I've never flown Sloane. I'm not a big Imperial player.
Yeah, I'm not either myself. The most Imperial stuff I've flown is usually bombers. I'm a big sucker for those Imperial bombers.
Really, my comfort zone is 2 or more shields with 2 agility dice. That's my comfort zone right there.
It's just a happy zone. It's a happy zone to be in. The X-Wing zone is very, very comforting. Yeah, the 1 bank here is really good on Yellow's behalf.
I would almost barrel roll him to the right.
I don't know. Looks like he's going to do that, though, yeah.
Just because of Justin's double repositioning ability? Oh. Running away. Don't blame him.
Yeah, right there, there's no way you're getting a shot without being shot at. I think you readjust. You're more maneuverable than he is. You force him to make a mistake or get into a position he doesn't want to be in.
Yep, and there is a little over 29 minutes left here. We might see a replay of last night's match.
I don't think this is going to time. I think this will be done pretty quick.
Oh yeah, I don't think it's going to time either. But I could see And I'll say focus boost.
Oh, I think you just boost. You don't need to focus. You're not going to get shot at if you just boost. And there you go. That works too. Barrel roll boost. Get out of arc. Take your stress. And you can clear it really easy. Yeah. But too hard there is going to put you facing that gas cloud, but then you can easily barrel roll out of it and focus and then barrel roll rather. So you got that going for you.
But I don't think he'll do it too hard because of that.
Now, problem is he's going to need to engage eventually. Yeah, 4 straight to clear it.
So now that's going to put the X-Wing in a position to fly through that cloud.
Now that 1 hard's going to... Well... You either do a bank turn around that gas cloud, or you do a 1 hard here and go in. Either way, the X-Wing has to decide, am I going over the cloud to get a shot, or am I going to take the long turn? You've got the target lock, and you know even when strained, you can't die in 1 shot from the interceptor. With 5 hull and 1 shield, there are very few ways you could die from this interceptor.
The only way you do is you get 4 natty crits.
Yeah, and it's like a crit chain with directs and hull breaches and all that nonsense. But both players electing to do the long turns around these clouds.
So I can see, Justin might be able to get a shot onto that X-Wing without taking any more punishment.
Yeah, that's obviously the goal here, but it is not easy to get to.
I can see, wow, they're moving fast now.
Yeah.
But I kind of figured it was going to be to the left from that X-Wing.
Yeah.
I thought that he might have been kind of. Yes, just.
Yeah, just grab it from the pile. Both cards.
I could have seen a 3 town roll to the left.
Yeah, I guess you could have done that.
But then you're putting yourself into flying over that cloud, as we've been talking about.
I think you just leave it there. Don't stress yourself, so you can still do something and not go over that cloud and have a action next turn. Range 2.
Unobstructed.
Yeah, Justin finally getting a shot in, but he's going to have to do this for a while, so that's going to take some real concentration on his end.
2 hits.
He'll avoid him. Yeah, this is going to be a lot of concentration on Justin's end to really get into a position where he's not getting shot and getting shots.
I would do a 4K right here with the X-Wing. I don't think Justin would expect that. I would do a 4K.
You do a 4K over a Talon roll? I mean, I think
a Talon roll might cause a bump, and that's something that you don't want.
Oh, that Talon roll's not bumping. You would fit.
I have the interceptor bump.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's possible.
Justin, he might be. I wouldn't be surprised if Justin bugs out again.
That's really the name of the game for this red interceptor. It is time to bug out.
So, if he does it through a Talon roll, it'll make it hard for Justin to bug out. If he does a 4K, Justin will be able to get out of there no problem. 2 hard to the right.